The house among boxes, she slept like a child, her mouth slightly open, her hair spread across the thin pillow, still smelling of cardboard and moving day dust. A sliver of light from the street lamp came in through the curtainless window and traced a line across her face, carefully, as if afraid to wake her. He stood in the bedroom doorway for a length of time he couldn't measure. He didn't want to interrupt that moment. There was a quietness there he didn't recognize, a peace that didn't come from silence, but from presence. The world outside seemed too heavy. The car radio only talked about the crisis, the phone buzzed with overdue emails, and his mind kept spinning around bills, deadlines, and decisions that always seemed too urgent. But there in that almost empty room, only she existed. The soft snore, the mattress on the floor, the silent promise they had made to each other when they decided to share an address. The move had been a joyful chaos. Nothing went as planned, but everything felt right. The boxes arrived mixed up, some torn, others with things he didn't even remember packing. The toolbox open in the middle of the living room was almost a joke. A bent screwdriver, a rusty hammer, and a manual that was useless. They laughed about it, sitting on the floor, eating cold pizza straight from the box. The big furniture arrived before the small stuff. The stove, the fridge, and his uncle's enormous TV took up all the space. Like misplaced giants in a house that was still learning to exist, they slept on the floor that first night, wrapped in a borrowed comforter, feeling the cold floor rise up through their backs. He swore he saw stars on the ceiling. She said it was mold. They laughed about that too. On Tuesday, the bed arrived. On Thursday, his old stereo, a survivor of his college years. Every object seemed to carry a story, and he made a point of telling them all. He always did 1,000 things at once. It's unpacking dishes while debating philosophy, hanging curtains while singing guitar solos, forgetting where he put things while explaining why he forgot. She watched, sitting on the floor, finding it all strangely easy. It was simple getting used to his ways. Even to the fact that he tried to fix the alarm clock with a spoon, the domestic detail that defined them was the key. Now that we have our own place, it's the key I always forget, he said. For the third time that week, returning breathless from the building's front door, she smiled every time. She would dangle the spare pair of keys from her fingertip like a silent trophy of emotional responsibility. She didn't say anything, just smiled. All the days began to create a routine without asking permission. The coffee brewed too strong, the argument about who left the light on, the rug out of place that no one ever really straightened. Sometimes, silence appeared. Not the heavy silence, but the comfortable kind of people sharing a space without needing to fill it all the time. Saturday's feijoada was the ritual. They invited friends, the single ones, the newlyweds, the disillusioned poet who always talked about love as if it were something he'd lost. The house filled with voices, smoke, cheap beer, laughter too loud for a small apartment. It was the exact opposite of the complicated world outside. They forgot about work a little, about the demands, about the worries that insisted on knocking on the door alongside the anxiety. They talked late into the night, sitting on the floor, leaning against the sofa that hadn't arrived yet, sharing stories and leftovers. When the last friend left, the silence settled heavy and good. A silence that didn't bother, it just enveloped. They washed the pile of dishes together, not talking much. The tiredness was a common blanket over them both. That night, the house finally felt like theirs, not because of the furniture, but because the day had happened inside it. In bed, he asked, as he did every night, "Will you tell me about your day?" She told him small things. The chat with the neighbor in the hallway, the scare from the cockroach in the kitchen, the moment she missed him during lunch. He listened as if it were the most important plot in the universe. Without interrupting, without trying to fix, just listening. When she yawned, she rested her forehead on his shoulder. "I'm sleepy. Let's sleep." He turned off the light. In the half-darkness, the lyrics of the song he loved so much took on another meaning. It was no longer about being lost. It was about having left the safety of a known world and choosing, every single day, to navigate the complication of the world next to her. Love wasn't the safe harbor. It was the awkward voyage itself, the forgotten key. The music turned up too loud. The borrowed pair of socks. He felt her breathing become even, he thought. almost like a prayer. Come here, my love. It's so good to see you. The world is so complicated. Today I want to do everything for you. And tomorrow too. And the day after. At the next move. The next crisis. At the next Feijoda. Until the complication of the world outside becomes just a backdrop. And building a home becomes every single day the simplest and most monumental revolution. Subscribe to the channel and receive more videos like this. Thank you for watching.